Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to talk about married to medicine. So, listen, I mean, the episode was cute. I'm not going to complain. I'm not. Um, the episode was cute. I have a few lines of notes. We just gonna talk, baby. We just gonna talk. Let's talk about Miss Toya. Toya may be the definition of a real, true housewife. Toya don't have nothing going on. Okay. Toya's not a stay-at-home mother. Okay. Because those kids are in school and they can pretty much take care of themselves. I mean, yes, girl, they're teenage boys and they still need assistance, but for the most part, baby, the little boy was in the kitchen cooking a whole burger for everybody at the party. Okay. Which I thought was, I'm getting ahead of myself. I just, I don't know if Toya doesn't care about what she puts out there to the public. Toya wants to throw a baby shower, and the baby shower is due to the fact that she is now the proud owner of a Birkin. Ah. Girl, it's almost like Toya gets a kick out of being the joke. Out of everybody on this show, Toya has probably been in the position. Her and Dr. Eugene have been in the position where they have probably been the worst off financially. Toya has, since she's been on this show, has probably moved about what, 5 or 6 times. It's been a lot. Toya has had a lot of addresses since she's been on this show. Also, she threw a party. I guess when they caught up on their bills, I think when they paid their IRS debt off, they threw a party. Like it's like, girl, you really out here throwing a baby shower, a party to celebrate the fact that you have a Birkin, girl. I'm not mad at nobody who got a Birkin because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was living the lifestyle and I had the money, I would buy me a Birkin too. I would, if I had the money. If I had the money. And I'm not talking about, oh girl, I done came across 30,000 and it's all I got. No, I'm talking about, girl, I spent 30,000, but I got millions, not only in my checking, but millions in my savings too. You see what I'm saying? That type of money. I just, I just don't get it. I don't. I don't get Toya and this whole let's throw a party to show people I have a Birkin, even though, girl, most of my storyline that's been since I've been on the show has been about my finances. Even at the party, like they pretty much all said they had a Birkin. Well, not everybody. Simone said she had a couple. I think Qua said she had one. I think Dr. Contessa said she had one. But as you can see, the only one who's really throwing a party, because girl, it just goes to show that Toya probably ain't used to nothing, is the one who has the most financial problems, and that's Toya Harris. I think that is absolutely insane. I do. Girl, the last person on the show that should be throwing a party celebrating they have a Birkin is Toya. We can say what we want to say about all the other ladies. Quad, we ain't never heard of none of the other girls having money problems. None of them, except for Toya. I think the first season, Simone had some money issues with her business, but other than that, Simone is good to go. We know Simone probably over there sitting on millions of dollars. Simone been in that same house since season one. Okay, Simone ain't moved, so Simone just stacking up her coin. I don't know, girl. Anyways, and then when her son Toya's son said that she has made the purse her entire identity. And he said the purse was ugly. Girl, when I was gagging. The little boy was actually kind of funny in the kitchen. He looked. He's like, and it's ugly too. He said that Toya has made that purse her entire identity. Like I said, I'm not mad at anybody for wanting luxury. I'm really not. Because if I had the coin, girl, I would probably be dripped in luxury. Do you hear me, baby? Okay, dripped in a few designer pieces. Do you hear me? But again, I think it's because of what we've seen with Toya in her finances that kind of make me like roll my eyes at her, like, girl, this is gutter snipe. This is so ghetto. This is so niggerish, girl. I'm sorry. Um, so they go to Jackie's house. Quad. When I tell you Quad's body, baby. When I tell you that Quad's body is something serious, baby. When Quad walked into Dr. Jackie's house, I said, baby, that body is tea. Do you hear me? Yes. Um, but Quad, Dr. Simone, and Heavenly go over to Jackie's home to talk about the fundraiser. Listen, it's been a lot of mess in these streets. So this is from what I understand. Let's start at the beginning because I feel like sometimes, and I don't mean this with I don't mean this with any disrespect. But if you don't watch the show, then your opinion can only carry so much weight. Like I don't watch Real Housewives of Orange County, so I really can't get into the nitty-gritty of the storylines. Like I didn't watch New Jersey from the get-go. So I really can't get into the nitty-gritty of Melissa versus Joe or Melissa versus Teresa, Joe for you know what I'm saying? I can only go by really what I've kind of heard and what I've really seen with my own eyes. So this is what I remember happening on the show. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Dr. Jackie was going to do the second annual Med Gala. This time, she wanted to basically raise money for a specific organization, or I think it was a person who passed away, right? Or I think it was a not a person. What is it called when it's something in your name? I can't even think of the word. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. When it's something in your name, right? I think a black woman had passed away during birth or after childbirth, and I think the husband was there on behalf of the organization. So Dr. Jackie wanted to raise money for that cause. Dr. Jackie's goal was $25,000. That's what she said. Phaedra then came in because Jackie made Phaedra co-chair of the second annual Met Gala. Phaedra came in and said, "I want to bump it up to 100,000." I said, "I'm with Phaedra." Because girl, it's hard for me to believe that as well. Like I'm thinking these doctors who are well connected, how hard could it be for y'all to raise $100,000? Because I was with Phaedra. Dr. Jackie wanted it to be 25,000. Dr. Heavenly made a good point in her review. And I'm paraphrasing. You kind of want to make it whenever you do something like that, you kind of want to make it at a price where you can meet the goal. So if you go over the goal, it looks as though you exceeded expectations, right? So if you say I want to make the goal 25,000, but you raise 50,000, it's like, oh girl, she raised double what she wanted to raise, right? She raised $50,000 and she just wanted to raise 25. But if you make it 100,000 and you only raise half of that, it's kind of like, girl, you really didn't even meet your goal. But anyways, so Phaedra wanted to do 100,000. Jackie wanted to do 25. Phaedra volunteered and said that if they didn't meet the goal, she would pay whatever they didn't meet. I think I remember her even saying, I can give the $100,000. That's not a problem. They all looking like, girl. Fast forward to the night they raised. Jackie said $54,993.30. The man who got the date with Phaedra for 4,000. From what Heavenly said, Phaedra told him, "Girl, just go with the flow. This is fake. This is just for TV." They really swiped. I guess he really didn't think that they were gonna swipe his Amex for $4,000, but they really swiped his card for $4,000. So he wanted his money back. Okay. So when they went to the back, they needed like $46,000, something like that. Phaedra, oh, I got it. That ain't nothing. I got it. That ain't nothing. And Heavenly was like, Phaedra, you really gonna write a check for 42? Like, that's a lot of money, right? Phaedra, oh, that ain't nothing. I got it. I don't know too many people. I don't give a damn if you say you can write it off on your taxes. I don't know too many people who just gonna give up $50,000 like that. Phaedra ain't shaking no can on a corner, but Phaedra just ain't this filthy rich Kathy Hilton rich type of rich either, girl. You know what I'm saying? So then Heavenly does a review and says that Phaedra, the check didn't clear for 100,000. That's what she said. The check didn't clear for 100,000. Phaedra then posts her check of, I think it was 36,000 that she wrote. Now, some people were saying that fucking Ineva, girl, this is a lot, girl. I didn't watch him talk about the show. I guess he must have tapped on it in one of his lives. I don't know. But some people were in the comments online saying that fucking Ineva said that the amount that Phaedra wrote was, I guess, the right amount because Jackie still received donations after the the fundraiser. So when she wrote the check for 36,000, that was because that's how much she really owed. So I don't know what's going on with the check. I don't know if Phaedra was off on the check. All I know is Phaedra wanted to be 100,000. Jackie wanted to be 25,000. Phaedra said that whatever they didn't cover, she would pay. So the truth of the matter is, in my head, if anything that was over 25,000, Phaedra was gonna pay the rest. So if they only raised 25 and the goal was 100,000, then Phaedra was gonna be responsible for the $75,000. That's it. Now again, I don't know what's going on because some people are saying, "Fuck it, I never said this." I don't know. That's all I really have to say. If Phaedra, if that is true, then I don't know what Heavenly is talking about down to her YouTube channel. Down to her YouTube channel, she said that she was going to go more into detail on her Patreon. I don't know. So they have a dinner. Dr. Mimi and she's a psychiatrist. She's new to the group. Dr. Mimi seems cool so far. Sweet Tea, I put Sweet Tea as a madam. Hey, okay. She wants to throw a party. She said she wants to normalize age gap dating. In my honest opinion, I feel like it's normal for an older man to date a younger girl. Girl, we're gonna be honest about it, girl. If you go back, girl, decades ago, it was normal then, even legal, for older men to even go knock on somebody's door and ask for their teenage daughter's hand in marriage. So I think that's when Sweet Tea says she wants to normalize age gap dating. I'm like, girl, it's normal. It, it, it it's. I'm not surprised when I hear about an older man dating a younger girl. a younger woman. I'm not. Um, Mimi and her husband have been together for 10 years. He's an ex-football player, and again, she's a psychiatrist. They're planning a couples trip. The co-host is going to be Dr. Heavenly, um, Dr. Simone, Dr. Contessa, Dr. Mimi, Sweet Tea. They were all out on a date, including their husbands. So as she's telling them that Dr. Heavenly is going to basically be the co-host, she said she sensed that Sweet Tea's energy had shifted. And she said, and Sweet Tea said it's because she doesn't support my relationship. Can I say something? We don't listen. Dr. Heavenly takes it too far. But I think that it is unfair when people ignore. It's kind of like Kenya and Marlo. It's kind of like ignoring the fact that that Marlo said something about Kenya's mother, and but you're more on the fact that Kenya came to her event with a marching band. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's not starting at A, it's starting at letter R. And I feel like even with Sweet Tea and Heavenly, Heavenly goes to hell with the things that she says, but that doesn't mean that Sweet Tea hasn't also been in hell with Heavenly. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? I think what happens sometimes when you do have these arguments between these people on TV, one person, their rebuttal may be a little bit harsher. Girl, it may sting a little bit more, so people concentrate on that more than what the other person said. Girl, Sweet Tea was still the same person who said what she said about Heavenly's mama. But of course, people are going to look over that and just go straight to Heavenly because of what Heavenly said about Dr. G. What Dr. Heavenly said about Dr. G was completely wrong. But girl, if y'all are also going to be mad at Dr. Heavenly for talking about Contessa's mama, then y'all should also be mad at Sweet Tea for talking about Dr. Heavenly's mama. You see what I'm saying? Girl. Let me just talk about Sweet Tea and Heavenly. I don't know what Sweet Tea wants from Heavenly. I don't. Heavenly has apologized. She has apologized. Sweet Tea is not accepting the apology. She said it. I don't accept the apology. But at this point, I don't know what you want. As far as I'm concerned, I feel like Sweet Tea just wants a moment with Heavenly. It feels like the girls who come into like RHOA and want a moment with Kenya because they know if they argue with Kenya, they may get some camera time. That's what Sweet Tea is giving me. Heavenly even let it be known at Toya's baby shower that she apologized. They all went out afterwards. So here we go. I guess the cameras are down. They go out for a party afterwards. Sweet Tea and Heavenly are cool. Heavenly says she went over and apologized to Dr. G. Okay. I wish they would have showed that on camera, but I guess the cameras were down. But she said she apologized to Dr. G. Sweet Tea says that the apology was kind of soft and it wasn't hard enough. Girl, I don't know what Sweet Tea wants because we say that Dr. Heavenly needs to apologize, and then when she apologizes, Sweet Tea does not accept the apology, and then when she apologizes to Dr. G, it's still not good enough. So at some point, it is what it is. Girl, I'm not going to keep apologizing to you or your husband because I already did it. And you did not accept it. And then when I apologized to your husband, it wasn't good enough for you. If you didn't like the first apology, you damn sure ain't gonna like the second one or third one because you're not gonna get a second and third one. Does that make sense what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with defending Dr. Heavenly. I have been very concrete in my stance with Dr. Heavenly, and what she said about Dr. G was out of order. And I've also said that she needs to apologize. She said she apologized. I wish they would have caught it on camera. Sweet Tea, it wasn't good enough for Sweet Tea. She apologized to Sweet Tea at Sweet Tea's event. Sweet Tea didn't accept the apology. Girl, at this point, girl, what the fuck? Girl, like, girl, you don't have to accept the apology. That's fine. Just because someone apologizes to you does not mean you have to accept it. You don't. But you also can't expect that person to keep apologizing either. If somebody do you wrong, you don't have to accept their apology. But don't keep expecting an apology. I would rather Sweet Tea be like, I don't fuck with that bitch. And when we see each other, we can be cordial. We can tap dance around each other. Hey girl, how you doing? But other than that, girl, I don't care what she say. If she apologizes, I ain't gonna never accept it. I would rather just Sweet Tea just say that and be done with. I think I have more respect for a person when they just be like, girl, look, I don't fool with that. I don't fool with her. I don't fool with him. They can apologize. I ain't gonna never accept it. Than to play this back and forth game. Because when they finally apologize, you don't accept it. It's kind of like, okay, girl, what you want me to do? Anyways, sweet and savory speed dating. I actually thought the name was cute. Basically, it's younger women and older men. The first nigga who walked in had on the chain and a sequin shirt, a t-shirt, and he had some money in a bag. He was just happy to be on TV, basically. You could tell. Who comes? Okay, girl. One of the girls, when she was talking to one of the guys, one of the women, when she was talking to one of the guys, he asked her a question and she was like, "Yes, sir." I'm saying, oh, girl, she one of those. Heavenly walks in. Heavenly was not invited to Sweet Tea's event by Sweet Tea. She was invited by Dr. Simone. Baby, Heavenly walked in, everybody face cracked. Girl, in real life, y'all better be happy that Heavenly came because, girl, if Heavenly didn't come, girl, they probably wouldn't even shown that Sweet Tea's event. If we're gonna be honest about it, y'all do know that just because they film certain things doesn't mean they'll show it. Karen Huger, girl, she's a grand dame. They say she threw a 60th birthday bash. I just thought of something. She threw a 60th birthday bash, and they didn't show hers. And she's a grand dame. So y'all better be happy Heavenly did pop up because they probably wouldn't even show Sweet Tea's event. But anyways, Heavenly walks in, she speaks, "How you doing?" Girl, I think it was Contessa. She said, "My mama's doing good too." Hey! Heavenly made a comment about Dr. Heavenly's mama. I mean, Dr. Heavenly made a comment about Dr. Contessa's mama. Heavenly and Sweet Tea have a conversation. I have to be fair. They go to the side. Sweet Tea takes Heavenly to the side to have a conversation. Heavenly says that Sweet Tea's tone is off. Her tone wasn't off. Sweet Tea's tone wasn't off. Sweet Tea hadn't even really said anything wrong in that moment. I did not like the fact that Dr. Simone ran over and then Dr. Mimi ran over. I think that's part of the problem. I think sometimes I do believe that when people have an audience, they tend to kind of amp it up a little bit. So when Dr. Simone ran over, I was like, why is Dr. Simone going over there? Because there's no need, girl. She act like somebody is hollering and screaming. What, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, Dr. Heavenly said that Sweet Tea's tone was off. It wasn't. It wasn't. Sweet Tea had said nothing wrong to Dr. Heavenly. I just think what it is Dr. Heavenly is over Sweet Tea, but Dr. Heavenly, this is your fault because you brought the girl into the show. You befriended Sweet Tea. You were taking pictures of Sweet Tea, posting them on your Instagram. Now she get on your nerves. And now everything Sweet Tea does makes Dr. Heavenly's ass itch. Okay? But again, you brought on to the show. So now she's trying to have a conversation with you and you're over the whole thing. Dr. Heavenly is on some, listen, girl, you said what you said, which she did. I said what I said, which she did. Girl, we can move on. But Sweet Tea wants to talk about everything and Dr. Heavenly doesn't care, basically. So, girl, I'm sorry for what I said, girl, and we can just move on. So they go over to Toya's house, and she walks in. Hey, Dr. Contessa, how you doing? Good, all right. Hey, Dr. Heavenly's a kiki to me. Sweet Tea, how you doing, Letitia? She spoke to Sweet Tea. We still got some things to talk about. Girl Heavenly said, praise God. And that's what Dr. Heavenly let it be known. She spoke to Dr. G after the party. She apologized to him. Sweet Tea said the apology was simple and not hard enough. And that was pretty much the episode, girl. And then Toya's son was in the kitchen cooking burgers for everybody. Girl, that's what I'm saying. Like, can I say something? This is no shade to Toya. Toya want to like this is. I swear this is no shade to Toya. I don't have no issues with Toya. But Toya want to be the fab girl so bad, but she falls flat every single time. Girl, you want to invite these ladies over for this Birkin baby shower, but then you got your son in the kitchen cooking hamburgers. Girl, where? Now, I'm not mad. You know, the little boy probably can grow up and be the next Gordon Ramsay, the next top chef, right? But girl, you really invited us over to your home to show us his Hermes bag. You have decorations, and your son is in the kitchen cooking hamburgers. Girl, what? That's what I'm saying. Like Toya just like, girl, you would have think that Toya would have had a cute little spread on the table. But Toya is the same one who still get excited over Patron, and it's 2025. Girl, like, ain't that wrong? I'm not saying nothing is wrong with Patron, but what I'm saying is Toya wants to be the girl of the girl of the girl. But like the girls of the girls of the girls are not excited over Patron in 2025. The girls of the girls are not showing off their Birkins while they have their son in the kitchen cooking hamburgers. They're like, girl, you could have had a little salad, a few, the chicken breast. Oh, girl, you know who body's sickening? Dr. Heavenly's body sick. His body is sickening too. You know, Dr. Heavenly got some work done on her body. That's not a secret. Whoever did her body did a good job. Anyways, girl, that's pretty much it, girl. I'm done. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.